Welcome back, everybody. It's petition day. What today is we pull this petition up that I'm sitting on. This is a petition that separates the back quarter of the house from the middle 50% of the house. So we are a center brood house, and what that means is for the first week we are brooding. I'm sure anybody that's dealt with chickens knows what brooding is. We use half of the house. It's the center half. We cut off the front 25%. We cut off the back 25%. The reason why we do that is because, number one, we don't need the floor space for the chicks when they're this size. They're not big enough to need all of that floor space. So we can cut the ends of the house off and we don't have to heat them. And that's a big savings. When you start heating up the ends of these houses, especially when it gets to cold weather, that gets pretty expensive pretty quickly.
Yeah, you can see to over there. That's one of the brooders that's lit.
And that's burning propane, hard as it can burn. It's very efficient. It burns every bit of the gas you put through it. So
yeah, there's 7 of those back here where we're showing you.
Yeah, 7 on this end, 7 in the front, and I really don't know how many there are in the middle. There's probably 24, I'm assuming. This being the brood area in the middle, we have to have more brooders because we need more heat in the center, so we can concentrate the heat more heat in a smaller area. What we're going to do, we're going to pull these petitions, hang them on the wall. We have these blue racks, you can see here. These kind of stack on top of each other, and we'll put them on. We're going to hang them on the wall. We've not done it yet. So we also have, right here where the water lines go through, we have pieces of pool noodle. We've cut off, they're probably 8 inches long, I guess, and they're split to where they can go. The board splits the noodle in half and closes up the hole, so we don't have a lot of chicks back here. We can see
there's a few escapees.
There's probably 100 back here. They like to jump on the pool noodle and then jump through. It happens. They're fine. There's water and feed on this side. It usually happens when we turn the lights on, which we do that when we turn the heat on. We raise the curtain. That's usually they can see everything that's over here. It's warming up.
The grass is greener on the other side.
The grass is always greener on the other side. They're curious. They want to know what's going on. And another thing, the curtain. I don't know if a lot of people do this or not. We roll our curtains up when we turn the heat on. I've heard other farms talk about it taking 10, 12, 18 hours for the chicks to go all the way to the end. We do not have that problem. When we turn the heat on, we roll the curtain up. And in my mind, what that does is shows the chicks that there's something on the other side. They don't get surprised by this big open area when we pull the petition up, because they've already seen the open area when we raise the curtain. So that's how we do it. And usually we'll pull this petition now, and probably 3 to 4 hours they'll be at the back. They'll have the back control pan emptied enough to make the whole feed line run. You won't have any problems. So.
Yep, they'll be nice and chill. Right now, I mean, anytime you do like big movements like this, they get slightly stressed, but it doesn't take them long to recover from that, just because their memory is not that long.
Yeah, it won't take long. They'll be wagging their tail like Donald Duck on a brand new pond. I guess let me get started. What we do is we pull these. You can see the holes in them. There's a hole here. There's a hole here. You have 2 holes in every board. I don't know if you can see it yet, but right there where they hang, there's 2
You can see the outline.
large nails.
Yeah, there's an outline of the board.
Outline. That's where they hang. You pick them up. Don't trip.
Yeah.
That's the main thing here.
Don't trip over the water lines or the feed line. We talked about the shock wire. That is a good tow hanger right there.
That's a very good tow hanger.
Good tow hanger.
Chicken litter looks very soft. It is not. It could be my 215 pounds that's not too soft, but either way, it's not very soft.
I think they're funny when they start running.
They're a little spooked. They don't really know what's going on.
I mean, they look like little dinosaurs with feathers and down.
This is a very important thing. Turn the water on. We have 5 water lines on this end. If you don't turn the water on to the back of the house, they will not go back there.
Yep. Well, it makes sense. I feel like
If I
that's,
didn't have anything to drink, I wouldn't go either. So.
yeah. So these are the blue racks that Tyler was telling you about. They basically just hold the petition in between the two areas right there.
That's all they're for, is to keep the board standing up. And the way we like to do them, you can see there's a short side and a long side. If you turn those opposite of each other, they just kind of go together pretty good.
Getting them apart after Tyler squishes them like that is not an easy feat, but
Well, you know, that's how we do it. That's how I do it.
Yep.
Now we'll bring one more to this side so that we have 4 on each side. But let me get this side positioned up and we'll go from there.
okay.
Here's what we're talking about with the pool noodle. It's about 8 inches long, split so that it goes over the petition. So this is a hole for the water line. We put the petition down, put the pool noodle in just like that, and it blocks chicks from being able to go under the water line to the off end of the house. So that's the pool noodle. And this is the pool noodle bag.
This is new.
Ooh, ah.
We've been keeping the racks, the blue racks, and the pool noodles in the control room. And when we set up, we have to carry them down and do all that mess.
And they're heavy, and that's 150 feet away. Yeah, 150 feet away.
And you got to do it 2 times per house, so you got to do it 12 times. So we've come up with hopefully a good solution. These mesh bags, I think they're just laundry bags. Yeah.
20 by 24 inch laundry bag.
And I don't know if that's gonna, you know, them being in the chicken house inside is gonna make them deteriorate faster. We're just gonna have to see. But we're hoping that it'll save some time when we set up and be easier on the family so they don't have to carry them down the houses. And we're gonna put the racks on the wall as well.
The racks on the wall about right here. They should be up out of the way far enough to not bother with anything as we're getting ready, as we're doing floor work, that kind of stuff. And come right here and we'll show you one more thing.
Oh, there's the black face too.
This is what I was going to talk about. We use a piece of pipe insulation on the end of the petition. The reason why, you may not be able to see it, but if you look straight down the wall, the footer is actually angled slightly.
We'll see if we can.
So when the petition goes up to the wall, the petition end of the board is square. The end of the board is square. So when the petition goes up to the wall, it hits about right here, and from right here up you have a gap of the same distance as what that angle is down to the bottom of the board. So we use a piece of pipe insulation right there. Let it hit at the same spot where the,
the gap starts.
Let it hit where the gap starts, and then lean it back. And that fills in the gap at the wall, keeps chicks from jumping over the side. It works pretty well. We've had these in here for
not quite 4 years, because I think when we first set up, we didn't realize that that was going to be an issue.
We didn't do it this way to start with, but I mean, that's been in the chicken house for 4 years and it's still holding up. That's pretty impressive.
The pool noodles are a different story. We do have to buy.
Yeah. The pool noodles last about 2 years, I'd say. We've had to replace them. Actually, there's some we've not had to replace yet. So some of them are almost 4 years old.
I was thinking we might coat them in a super industrial strength tape.
Also known as Alabama Chrome.
Yep.
Seems to work pretty well. That's how we rebuild bucket handles.
It makes them soft. They're squishy.
We call them luxury handles.
Yes.
We really prefer the luxury handle as opposed to the normal bucket handle, especially when you have heavy birds. That luxury handle is very nice. Yeah. It's the Cadillac of bucket handles.
That's the LE model, and they start out as the SE model.
Yeah, they go from the SE model to the LE model of the bucket handle. You will never go back to an SE model bucket handle.
Yeah. I
assure you. Okay, we're done with this for now. We have 3 more houses to go through, and should take us about an hour, hour and a half. So we'll see you guys later. Wanted to give you guys an idea. Oh, I spooked them a little. This is an idea of what I was talking about a little while ago. I'm standing right where the petition was in the front of the house that we were in just a minute ago, taking the back petition up. This front petition has been up for about 30 minutes maybe. And to start with, there were maybe 50 birds in the back on the other side of this petition. And now we had the floor good and warm. We've had the lights on. We've had the curtain raised so they could see that there was a bigger space on the other side of the petition. And you can see there's probably 300 to 400 chickens in the back, right in this end right now. This is actually the front of the house. I keep calling it the back, but it's the front. But you can see it went from, say, 25, maybe 50 birds to now it's, I would say it's a good 400 back here now. So, you know, good warm floor. Raise the curtain where they get a little idea of what's on the other side of the petition, and that's all they need. Little water, little food, little heat, and they're good. So just wanted to give you the visual of what we were talking about.